call, your chief starter, Jeff Kramer, assisted by Jim Wyman. Earl Bonner, Mike Hewer, and Greg Stillwell. Our ARCA inspectors, operations director is Jim Drager. Membership registrar, Ed Knockowitz. Fire and safety provided by PTS Fire Safety. Track superintendent, Richard Lambert, assistant superintendent, Archie Allen. Our pit stewards, Mike Bridge and Mitch Whitcomb. Infield coordinator is Ray Powell. Our stewards, Duke Allen, Jim McWhorter, Frank Box Dance Jr. Our ARCA representatives are with us tonight, Bob Loba, Gary Mood, and K&K Security providing us with our security here, DFS Video. Our official video service, Bob Burke, handling our sound, and your voice for the Flat Rock Speedway. I'm always glad to be here with you. My name's Gary Lindahl. White flag now being displayed. We'll get the green next time by Rick Shepard in 44, Center and Joy Fair at number 1, Joe Haas in 53, and Steve Bungie at 71. That's the way they line up for our fast car dash. Field now on a hammer out of 4. We'll watch the starter just way right. Green flag is out. Followed by the caution flag and a back straightaway, and we'll try to have a fair and equitable start this time. Good car dash line up. Field on the hammer once again out of turn 4. Down the main street. We're underway. Rick Shepard in number 44 on the point of that lead. They're working the outside. Joe Haas with the inside of third. 44 joining there number 1. Joe Haas and Steve Bungie. Rick Shepard in the number 44. You're the leader. Joyce there in the number 1 trying to win in. We're going to look at the right side next time by. And it is Rick Shepard, 44, your leader, Joyce. Here. Flag up to 1 more time around. And Miller off the base in the number 1 with a problem. Haas moves into second out of 4. And down the main straightaway, Rick Shepard. Shepard Motor Sales, number 44. Nice round of applause for Rick Shepard. White flag now being displayed, and we'll get the green next time by. Out of 4 down the main straightaway. Green flag is out, and we're underway for 4 laps in our figure 8. Fast car dash. Bandit Kenny Aldrin in 69, Jack Francis 56, now the Rebel Dennis Brooklyn in the number 1. Field still in formation. The Bandit Kenny Aldrin grabbing that lead. Bob Stewart on the inside. And the Bandit Kenny Aldrin trying to hold him off. Bob Stewart trying to work the inside. Jack Francis 56 now working the outside of Bob Stewart. But it's the Bandit Kenny Aldrin 69 out front with that lead. Bob Stewart trying to work the inside. And down to Jack Francis once again working the outside of Bob Stewart. The Bandit Kenny Aldrin in 69, your leaders. And now Jack Francis in the number 56 trying to work that outside groove. Right flag up and one more time around. It's the Bandit Kenny Aldrin in 69, Bob Stewart 54, Jack Francis in 56, the Rebel Dennis Brooklyn in the number 1. And Francis once again trying to work the outside of the Bandit Kenny Aldrin. Bob Stewart looking at the inside. Here we go. Down the main straightaway. That's going to be the Bandit Kenny Aldrin picking up that victory. In that Apollo Broach, number 69. Nice round of applause for the Bandit Kenny Aldrin. The orange flag now being displayed. We'll get the green next time by. Women's collision number 07. Nice round of applause for our dash winner, Steve Cronenweth. And now everybody dropped out of racing, and that was the end of me. But I missed it, and I'm really enjoying this little bit of shindig we're having here. We're glad to have you here. And I saw Ronnie Catoni, your son, who was always with you at every race, I believe, that you went to, and your other son, Jim, had both went along the circuit when Iggy was campaigning his cars. He had the Fords and Plymouths and Dodges. I can't explain to everybody how many different types of vehicles or different kinds of race cars, you've driven in your past 35 years.
You guys all right?
Where did you start?
Oh man, I can't even think back that far. I drove motorcycles for a few years in Michigan, and then I jumped to the roadsters and big cars, and then I decided to run new cars because that seems more fun than the other thing. So I stuck with big cars from then on.
Well, that's it for Iggy Catoni, the man that thrilled us from Willis, Michigan, and Iggy will be down to sign autographs in just a little bit. Let's give him a nice round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, let me present to you Mr. Jack Bowser. Jack, as we all know, has been racing for at least 50 years. Thank you. But all joking aside, Jack, you run in Mark, you run in USAC, I believe you run some NASCAR races, or at least you fixed some cars for A.J. Foyt to go down and run. You've also fixed cars for A.J. to run in USAC. Norm Nelson, you brought your son Jim Bowser here in 1967, I believe. He brought a 1967 Fairlane here for number 1 son Jim Bowser. And it was a beautiful car. It was a tribute to Jack Bowser Racing. And then after that, I believe we got number 2 son Gary involved in racing. Where did you start, Jack?
I started right in Dayton, Ohio, back in
June.
47.
I didn't think you were that old.
Well, I don't either, but I can't help what I look like.
Jack, you've done, I don't know how many championships you've won during your years. I know you've been a great sportsman. At sometimes there's been a few altercations with people, and we call it racing luck today. What's the outcome for Jack Bowser?
Well, Bobby's driving. And on the way up here, the only one of my sons that hasn't sat in a race car is Bones, or Tony Bones. His name's Tony, but he'd call him Bones. I was informed that he wants to run. So, I got a lot of work cut out for me, John.
Jack, you brought every one of your sons up. I mean, just terrific, and you could be a proud father of them. And I look forward to seeing Bones out there. He's going to be a tough Jack Bowser again. Ladies and gentlemen, Jack Bowser. Our next legend. You probably don't remember him. He's a professional, now he wants the microphone. I'm an amateur, I get to talk. I only get 3 minutes with you. All right, you want to talk. Quit calling me an old timer, a geezer and all that. Kind of a medium geezer. Okay, medium geezer, that's better. Benny Parsons was a multi-champion with Automobile Racing Club of America, a gentleman on the race and off the racetrack, a tribute to what automobile racing is today. And he has brought forth so many ideas from Automobile Racing Club of America into NASCAR, and he now is focusing on his future career with ESPN and ABC. Benny, when did you really believe that you were going to end up where you are today?
The day before yesterday.
Seriously, I mean, this is a one so I would belong. I got one Thursday night. Been 3.5 years. And I got one Thursday night, so I think so, that's when I thought I made it, Thursday night. You made the team. I'm on the team now. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a nice round of applause for Benny Parsons. Ladies and gentlemen, our next legend driver, the man from Keokuk, Iowa, Mr. Ramo Stott. Ramo, welcome.
Thank you very much. It looks like everybody's happy with this. I hope we will after it's all done and said. All of us champions been pretty good friends, so I hope we stay that way.
What are you trying to imply here?
Well, you never know what happens. I know Benny looked at that one race they had down there in Charlotte, and everybody was banging around a little bit. So I hope we don't get too serious on that.
Well, Benny wanted to know who's driving the pace car too, and it certainly won't be me. Raymond, tell us what you're doing today.
Well, I haven't really raced for a couple of years. I wrecked my car at Daytona, and I'm a sheet metal worker, and I've been with NASCAR now for the last couple of years. I was the pace car driver, the second pace car driver, when we had to slow them down, and that didn't really work. So they cut that out, and I went to Dover this year, and I kind of quit that and went back home, and been on the farm ever since.
From the time you started racing until you ended your career, what was the biggest changes that you saw in the sport?
Well, when I come out here tonight, I thought, oh my gosh, this is what we used to do. When I ran my 1963 Plymouth Roadrunner, it came off the showroom floor. This has got 1,000 miles or two on it, I think, or maybe more. But anyway, it was the same type of automobile that I ran back in '63. Today, when you go racing, you spend about $30,000, and it's all homemade stuff except the sheet metal on the outside, I believe. So that is one of the biggest contributors to the racing. I run Hemis, and they're running faster now than they did then with them big old 426, and I won a lot of races with that Hemi too. Everything has gone bigger and faster and better, I guess.
Okay, good luck. And Ramo, you'll also join them for autograph session below. Let's have a nice round of applause for Ramo Stott.
Also, I've got some Superbirds here that when I won a championship, I'm selling them. My son sells them, but if you want one, I'll autograph that for you too.
Thank you, Ramo. The next man that made Indianapolis swing absolutely would tear him apart on the short track, Mr. Dave Dayton. Dave, welcome.
Oh, welcome. I really enjoy being here. It's been a while since I've been to Flat Rock. I think it's been 3 or 4 years. I was up here with a tire truck 3 or 4 years ago. So, real glad to be back.
I understand that when I was talking to you earlier that you're retired and your daughter's taken over your business, and it's looking pretty promising as far as building IMCA cars.
Yeah, we're real highly involved in the IMCA modified, and my son's racing one. He was the IMCA National Rookie of the Year last year, and I think he may go for the ARCA Rookie next year, I hope, if everything works out well. We're looking forward to that anyway. And yeah, I'm having a real good time doing a lot of fishing, building a new house, kind of sitting back and watching the flowers grow a little bit. My wife and I worked a lot of hours for 20-some years, I take it to Indianapolis.
I can remember one time I was in Indianapolis at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and I got a call from Dave Dayton and wanted to know if I had some SSF shocks, and I said, yeah, I certainly do. And he said, well, could you drop them off over in Fortville? I said, sure, as soon as I figure out where Fortville is. So I got a map, and I found it. And I said, well, how long will you be there? He said, well, you don't need to worry about that, because as soon as we close the store, we have an auction tonight. So lo and behold, I got there about 9:30 or 10 o'clock, and there Dave was. He was just hawking stuff at his auction, and I dropped off my shocks, and I went back to Indianapolis downtown, and I'm sure I went to bed long before Dave. So when he tells you he worked some long and hard hours, believe it, he did. Dave Dayton was a hard worker, a true champion, and we're just happy to have you here, Dave.
I really enjoyed it. To be honest with you, I wasn't thinking much about coming up here. I was going to come. I told Ron I would. But it's been a lot of fun. I really enjoyed meeting with Iggy and Jack and all of them. And I'm having a ball, and I hope you all do too.
Thank you very much. Dave Dayton, ladies and gentlemen. Our next man of the moment here, Mr. Marvin Smith. Marvin, welcome.
Thank you.
I would say that you probably retired last of all these other gentlemen.
Yeah, just a little bit.
During your years, you run primarily around the Cleveland area?
Well, I started around the Columbus area, and I suppose the first 4 or 5 years I stayed around that area, and then on we started getting out. Ended up being all over the country.
I know once you started in the ARCA National Championship Series, I visited you a few times up here at Flat Rock, and you not only sat on the pole, you won the races, you won about everything you could win for a couple of years. Just any short track, quarter mile, half mile, you're just tough to beat, Marvin. You were the man. At that time, you were a man, like they said. What's Marvin Smith do today?
Well, same thing I've done for 20 years, really, for a job. I'm a shop foreman for a drivetrain specialist in Columbus, Ohio. I guess I'll be there probably till I retire from that now.
Daytona experiences. How did you first compare your first Daytona experience to what you've done in the past? You were a veteran of all the short tracks, and then you showed up in Daytona.
Well, in all honesty, Daytona was never very good to me here. I was never very good to it, one or the other. I don't know which. I had a lot of success at Talladega, a lot of seconds and thirds in that area. Atlanta I liked, ran real well, but Daytona, I think the best finish I ever had there was 6 or 7. Going good on several occasions, but just things took me out. I was in a couple wrecks, a couple engine problems, different things.
Okay, we look for you in the Riverside number 1 tonight, and if you would join them in the back to sign autographs, we appreciate it. And let's have a nice round of applause for Mr. Marvin Smith. Thank you, John. And now, late model heat race number 1 coming out onto the racetrack. It'll be Bob Moore in the number 7, Steve Lee in 33, John Wyman in 89, Jerry Cook in 16, Ron Allen in 101, Joe Shurian in 30, Terry Cook in 98, J.R. Gravel in 00. That's the way they line out for late model heat race number 1. We'll go 8 laps at all our heat race events here at Flat Rock Speedway this evening. Saturday night, September 12th, here at the Flat Rock Speedway. It'll be the Royal Truck and Trailer Sales 13th Annual National Pro Street Stock Championship at Flat Rock Speedway. 1,000 to win, 100 to start, a 50-lap main event. Portion of the proceeds to benefit Vietnam Veterans of America, Monroe Chapter 142. It's an excellent payoff for the Pro Stock, Street Stock division. They'll have qualifying, dash, Jeep, qualifying races, and a 50-lap main. Gates open at 2:30, practice 4, time trials 5:30, racing at 7 p.m. That's the Royal Truck and Trailer Sales 13th Annual National Pro Street Stock Championship. 1,000 to win, Saturday night, September 12th. And don't forget to pick up one of those nostalgic legend programs during your autograph session. You can have them sign those programs for you. Also, your own lucky number program, we can sign those as well. So hopefully you can get an opportunity to talk to some of the legends through on our heat race activity. Heat race number 1 coming up now for our late model division. Bob Moore in 7, Steve Lee in 33, John Wyman in 89, Sherry Cook in 15, Ron Allen in 101, Joe Australia in 30, Jerry Cook in 98, Aaron Ravel in 00. That's the way they line up for heat race number 1. We've got 8 laps to go. White flag now being displayed. We'll get the green next time by. 8 laps to go in heat race number 1 for our late model division. Job of avoiding the number 16 of Jerry Cook. Sponsoring the number 7 of Bob Moore down here on the main straightaway. White flag now being displayed, and we'll get the green next time by. 8 laps to go in heat race number 2 for our late model division. Into number 32, hard into the wall at the flag stand. And you see Bobby Thompson getting out of the number 32. And Randy Bassfella getting out of the number 91. So that is good news in that area as Randy Bassfella in the number 91 and the number 32 of Bobby Thompson coming together hard at the start-finish line into the wall. Souvenir program on sale. At the track wall, we leave children unattended. That's for everyone's safety. And please familiarize yourself with the new grandstands and the steps. And no children are to play under the bleachers. The last couple of weeks have gotten into that wall hard on the main straightaway, and it's probably a good thing that we put up that new wall here at the Flat Rock Speedway. After 7 to go. Wheel now. The hammer on it. There's more down the speedway. Now the number 97 will be outside. Ronald went front. 77 working on the inside. The number 25. And they sort him out. Don Blanchard is the number 25. And carrying on the inside. Going on with that lead. Go for it. 77 is John Holloway. And down front. Don Blanchard went down Blanchard 25. All three on the move in the third. The number 77, nice round of applause for Bill Breed. on race days. He also hosts NASCAR's daily racing news reports, NASCAR Today. Bestwick has also held positions with Mutual Broadcasting System and served as the track announcer at the Speedway. And our ARCA legends are out on the racetrack. And ladies and gentlemen, let's show some of that Michigan and Flat Rock Speedway hospitality as Eli Gold and Alan Bestwick make their way to the tower. Eli Gold, it's all yours.
Thank you. It's good to be here and good to see you folks. We should have a lot of fun here in the next few minutes. To let you know exactly what is going on here, you'll be hearing the audio portion of the telecast that'll be seen on the PASS system and other Prime Network outlets over the course of the next month or so. So you'll be hearing us breaking for commercials and other good stuff like that, so don't think we've totally lost it.
That works. There you go. 15 years in broadcasting and I haven't remembered how to turn the microphone on yet.
It's 55 steps from the bottom to the top here.
I know, the brain gets deprived of oxygen at these high levels. Isn't that a great look and feel of the race cars? How about a hand for the folks who prepared these cars out there?
Of course, for those of you who might not be familiar, car number 98, the yellow machine there inside of row 2, the famous number and colors for Benny Parsons. Car number 30 on the pole, the venerable Iggy Katona, with many a championship, 3 victories at Daytona, and he was quick to point out that he should have had 5. He said some kid wrecked me on one and I had an engine problem on the other, is the way he put it. Ramo Stott, that familiar blue and red, number 7, the Plymouth. Jack Bowser, car number 21, one of the all-time greats in ARCA competition, of course his son Bobby Bowser, one of the standouts in ARCA Supercar Series racing these days. Dave Dayton in the blue and white car number 87. Marvin Smith in the Riverside orange car number 1. They'll be going for 20 laps here in the ARCA Legends race in just a few moments.
I don't know if you were here earlier this evening, not for the very last blow-up they had, but for the first time the Legends cars get out onto the racetrack, but Jack Bowser kind of snuck up behind Dave Dayton, gave him a little tap in the back bumper. They got into the pit area afterwards, and Dave turned around and said, "Jack, why'd you do that?" He said, "Oh, I lost my brakes." Dave said, "Same old story every year."
And right now, down on the grid, the driver is about set to fire the engines. The honorary flagman for this event will be the man behind the ARCA Series, 1992, Bob Loga, who tried to, should we tell that story?
Yeah,
Bob figured, heck, I might as well bring out my old jersey, my old shirt that I used to wear as an official years ago. And it's amazing how by hanging in the closet for about 7 years, that shirt has kind of shrunk.
Thank you, Bob.
Thank you, Bob. So Bob went out and found a new shirt today, which had not yet lost at its original size. Right now, they're just getting our audio squared away down in the TV truck, making sure everything is in order.
10-4, baby, ready to go. Guys, you got a mic cable up here?
Now, if you're looking at these race cars and you're not quite exactly sure what year some of these models are, the Chevys that are being driven by both Iggy Katona and Marvin Smith are from 1972. Those are 72 Chevy Monte Carlos. The Ford that Benny Parsons is driving, that's a 1976 Ford. And Ramo Stott's got a 72 Plymouth. Dave Dayton's in a 76 Oldsmobile. And Jack Bowser is in about a 1976 Ford.
That's a nice looking Cadillac there at the head of the field too.
And it sure is. That's a 1955 Coupe de Ville that's going to serve as our pace car for tonight.
moment or so. 52, 53, 54, 55 steps. There you go. Again, I believe the first telecast of this event will be seen here in the Michigan area on September the 10th. I don't know, all the folks here at the Speedway will keep you informed on that and let you know the exact broadcast schedule as that air date nears.
We're just gonna go.
All right, on the racetrack, legends, start your engines.
That's it.
Again, this will be a 20-lap event for the ARCA Legends, and some great names they are. I asked Iggy Katona a short while ago, I said, Iggy, what's going to happen if it's the last lap and you're running second and third? Is somebody going to have to be spun out? He said, if I'm still out there running on the last lap, don't worry, I'll already be leading the race. That's the kind of confidence that Iggy Katona has. Of course, Jack Bowser there in the 21, Alan, he and Dave Dayton, as you were saying, have already exchanged their thoughts in the garage area and the pit area, but that has been over the years, one of the more heated battles in ARCA competition.
Well, they had some great races back over many, many years, and Dave said it always seemed like Jack, for some reason, said he was out of brakes when he would somehow find a way to bump him in the back bumper, but all in good spirits and all ready to have a whole lot of fun here tonight. Of course, Jack's still very active in racing through his son Bobby and his ARCA career, and Dave very active in racing through his son's career. His son Ken is a driver with the IMCA Modified Series and the EMOD Series. Matter of fact, ran a very recent race down at Indianapolis Raceway Park where he had an outstanding performance and hopes to go racing down south in the NASCAR Series in a couple of years. Next year looking to maybe move up to the ARCA Supercar Series and start his pavement career off.
Dave Dayton has long since been involved with ARCA and a supporter of the younger drivers too. You might remember the Dayton Enterprises Rookie of the Year Award that was given out in years gone by. That is that same driver of car number 87, Dave Dayton. 2 to go is the signal just given to the field by Bob Loga, the honorary flagman here this evening for the ARCA Legends event. So glad you're with us on this evening's coverage from Flat Rock Speedway. 20 laps of racing, and it's kind of like no holds barred. It's very much like we saw from the NASCAR Legends at the Charlotte Motor Speedway a year ago.
Well, even though it's been a lot of years since these guys have been in a race car, Iggy Katona said he hadn't driven a race since 1974, but it didn't take him long when he got out there in the warm-up, get a couple laps under his belt to get the old competitive fire flowing again, and he has no intention of finishing anywhere other than first in this race, and neither do any of the other drivers. Benny Parsons or Ramo Stott, they're all looking to take the checker flag.
Again, Iggy Katona in the orange number 30, Jack Bowser in the white 21, Benny Parsons in the yellow 98, the blue 7 is Ramo Stott, the blue and white 87, Dave Dayton, the orange number 1 is Marvin Smith, and here we go, looking for the green flag from Bob Loga, and the ARCA Legends event is underway here at Flat Rock Speedway, and very quickly it is Jack Bowser trying to make the outside groove pay off as he'll try and get the jump on Katona. Here comes Benny Parsons as Iggy Katona gets shuffled out of the exchange. Benny Parsons will grab the lead. Ramo Stott now challenging for second spot, but Bowser will lead him back to the line, holding on a second.
Well, it didn't take very long to find that opening, did he? Of course, Benny's watched a lot of races recently. He didn't miss a trick. You think he was doing an Earnhardt there?
It certainly looked like it. He got to that, Wilson, he got to the gearbox in a hurry, except these cars are using automatic transmissions. So Benny just jumped on the button in a hurry and has pulled away to a lead now of some 5 or 6 car lanes on Ramo Stott. And here comes Dave Dayton, who started on the back row. He'll work for the outside of Marvin Smith, move to the outside of Ramo Stott, and try and grab spot number 2 while Iggy Katona and Jack Bowser have a battle at the rear of the field.
Iggy and Jack had it started on the front row. I guess they decided they're going to try this race the hard way and see if they can make their way up from the back to the front. Look at Ramo Stott working that surface on the inside of the racetrack.
Ramo Stott, most recently, worked with NASCAR as one of their at-track officials. The end of that association after the event had moved her down to the National Speedway in June, but Ramo still very much involved with racing as he gets a little help from behind now, as Marvin Smith says, decide what you're going to do or
big bases out there. Can't go through Rainbow Stock. Now he's going to get a shot at the bottom.
And here comes Marvin now. He'll work to the inside. Ramos Stott watching as giving some room as Dave Dayton and give Marvin Smith second behind Benny Parsons, the leader. A battle now for third back in turn one.
And Dave Dayton's going to try and shove his way underneath Ramos Stott off the second corner. Ramos got that flip up on the high side of the racetrack and can't seem to get it to turn the way he wants it to. So Dave's going to grab the third spot.
These cars, I guess you'd best say, are not identically prepared. They are, however, loaned to these drivers for the Legends event. Benny Parsons leads. Marvin Smith runs in second. Dave Dayton third. Ramos Stott fourth. Iggy Petrona is fifth. And Jack Bowser running in sixth.
How many memories do you think this brings back for Benny Parsons running here at Flat Rock Speedway in the old Ford number 98 that he did so many years ago and so successfully?
Benny Parsons, all of these guys, for that matter, have outstanding racing memories, be it from this track, from Mount Clemens Speedway, from racetracks all across the country. But Benny now has got some company. As we come to halfway, the crossed flags from Bob Loga and Benny Parsons' lead is evaporated. Marvin Smith is there in the orange number one with that Riverside sponsor on the side, run more recently by Lee Raymond in ARCA competition, that same color combination and sponsorship name. Now it's Benny Parsons, while Iggy Petrona tries to battle in the rear of the field, working with Ramos Stott.
He's got the Chevrolet up on the high side of the racetrack trying to find Speedway around Rainbow's Plymouth car. Back at the front of the pack talking with Marvin Smith. You know, he's the driver who's been retired the least length of time of all of these drivers. He's been any run here.
He's going to give Speedway a run to the outside in turn number one, side by side. Marvin Smith said, the veterans are always nice to me when I ask a question until I started beating them a little too frequently in a period of time. All of a sudden, they hope stopped coming in his direction. And he's not given anything here to the inside groove.
He's going to make it work for it. He's going to make it go the long way around the outside. As you can see, the tire smoke fluffing a little bit up off of Marvin Chevrolet. He's working that car pretty hard.
Staying on that outside groove with Dave Dayton running in third. Fourth is Iggy Petrona. Ramos Stott is fifth, and sixth is Jack Bowser as the battle for the lead is in turn three.
August going to get that nose of the Chevrolet just a little bit out front of Benny's Ford, and he's going to drop the left side tires off the curb and try to hold them off. So we'll put Marvin Smith in the lead.
Benny Parsons, of course, he has a little edge there, or does he? He had a little left side weight that Marvin's not carrying in his car.
Are you trying to say that Benny's gain is 2 pounds when you stop driving?
I can't comment. Well, Benny would have said something like there must not be any mirrors in the Gold household. All reserved comment. Marvin Smith has the lead now.
Now this is going to get interesting because they're coming up to try and lap Jack Bowser, and Jack looks like maybe he can't quite run out.
Jack Bowser in the racing room. Jack Bowser giving some racing room. Maybe he's just waiting for Dave Dayton. Who knows? Rekindling those battle scars of years gone by. No, Dave goes by without incident, as does Iggy Petrona. As Marvin Smith continues to lead the ARCA Legends race here at Flat Rock Speedway in Michigan.
And Jack Bowser has pulled his Ford into the infield, so maybe something not right with the cars as he dropped back quickly on the start. And there'll be 2 laps to go when they come around this next time.
Now as they get the white flag from Bob Loga, heading back into turn number one with that smoke still boiling off the right rear of the Marvin Smith machine. They'll head around towards the checkered flag with Benny Parsons running right behind him in the second spot. And they are all champions. But tonight the checkered flag goes to Marvin Smith. Benny Parsons finishes second, Dave Dayton third, the venerable Iggy Petrona in fourth. Ramos Stott comes home in fifth. And Jack Bowser's car, smoking from beneath the hood, will take home 6th place honors. But quite an evening of racing here. It brings back a lot of memories.
And a lot of fun had by all, especially the drivers inside the race cars. You could almost see the smiles from outside in the grandstand here. They all had a great time. As Marvin Smith takes a victory lap in his Chevrolet.
And as soon as we come back, we'll visit with Marvin Smith and bring you further comments from the Flat Rock Speedway as our coverage on the Pass System and Prime Network continues.
Tom Selby looking at that outside. Everybody on board for number 176 for Carl Buxton. Doing an outstanding job. Whoa, Tom Selby into number 5, taking the high line. Carl Bumgarner into number 20, taking the low groove. And I'll tell you, one whale of a job to avoid the number 176 of Carl Buxton. On Ellen at 55, Jerry Kemplin, Carl Bumgarner, and Dennis Strickland. Here we go. Rick London in the number 87. Andy Jr. in 92. Tom Selby in the number 5. Dan Lipner in 91. Andy Jr. in the number 92, riding second. Tom Selby in number 5, trying to hold on to Dan Lipner in 91, but on the point, it's the number 87. Number 91 of Dan Lipner around out of turn number 4. Rick London, your leader at the number 87. We were just about ready to call for that white flag. Rick London, your leader at the number 87. Danny Jr. at 92. Tom Selby now trying to look inside of Danny. They go into turn number 3. Can't quite get it done. White flag. Battling with Danny Jr. in the number 92, trying to grab one of the runners as they go down the back circle. Rick London in the number 87 on the point. Down the base. London family reunion. Look who picks up a checkered flag down here on the main straightaway in the number 87. Nice round of applause for Rick London. Race number 2 coming up for our street track division. Bill Dickey at 19, Jim Selby at 137, Brian Norton at 37, Johnny Hübner at 00, Paul Hahn at 25, Ken Harrison at 69, the Wild Man Arnold Kirsch at 72, and Bob Ray at 103. That's the way they line up for heat race number 2. We've got 8 laps to go. Being displayed, we get the green next time by Bill Dickey in the number 19. Jim Selby at 137, that's your front row. With the number 19, well, let's try this again. It is now ready on the hammer on turn 4. Well, caution flag appears once again, and we'll try and realign this field. Try it one more time. Number 19 trying to grab that lead over Jim Selby at 137, Brian Norton at 37, Paul Hahn at 25, John Jr. at 00. Jim Selby at 137, Bill Dickey just right back straightaway, almost getting up into the one. Look out! And he and Selby and we got them all stacked up in third, number 3. Bill Dickey in the number 19, coming together with the 137 of Jim Selby, collecting the 69 of Ken Harrison, and the number 103 of Bob continuing to lead the way. Arnold Kirsch in 72 working his back bumper. And Paul Hunt bringing out that caution flag, and time limit up, and checker flag waving for Brian Dorsey. It's the number 37, who is the winner of a heat race, number 2 for our street stock division. Victory of the number 37. Nice round of applause for Brian Norton. Automobiles going in on the hook. Ken Harrison in 69, Bill Dickey's number 19 being picked up. Operates 103. Chelme took the number 137 back into the engine. Go 250 laps. Going into number 12, Jimmy Alves in 64. Randy DiMaggio in 84. Flag now being displayed. Rules disagree. Next time by.
Out to check the track out and clean up a little mud put on the Speedway. In flat, Mike Park in 41, Little Ball in 32, John Jr. in 78. Chad Quinn in number 2, Tim Moore in 85, David Smith in the number 86, and in the rear of the field, non-qualifier Bruce Kirkendall, another rookie and first time ever on the Speedway. Oh, look here. Clark in 41, Dave Smith in 86, and Chad Wood in number 2 down there in the back stretch. Mike Clark decides he's had enough. We have a 3/10 qualifying rule here, and that goes 3/10 fast to qualify. Joe qualified in 15.141. 3 rookies with 1 race between all of them. Oh, watch out. Chad Quinn with a big lead in the number 2. Peter Lotsky in 31. And try to make it 3 abreast. David Smith's going to look in between. Oh, David wants to see the bologna and the sandwich. Hang on. Oh, out of turn 4. Come together. All 3 of them. Right here at Flat Rock Speedway. 5 in, scheduled for 8. Chad Quinn, the rookie, has the pole. Out of turn 4 they go, and we're back to the action. Ran 1 lap, qualified at 14:93, ran a lap of 13:96, and then he came back, and ran a lap of 14:32, and again, that is a no-no, so that will put David Smith in the victory lane in the car number 86, and as he comes down, let's give a nice round of applause to David Smith, ladies and gentlemen. Goes all the way from the New Baltimore area, which is north of Mount Clemens, a pretty good ride every Saturday night, but he's here with us.
one of Dennis Messler. Dennis Messler in the number one. Looks like he lost the axle and everything out of that automobile. So we'll have a full laps that have been completed. 11 to go, and Ben Harris is the number 63, your leader. Problem with the number one of Dennis Messler. 3 cars, 3 laps on our C main. Well, this is going to be one of those flying starts. What they have. We got 3 cars, 3 laps, and they're stretching them out already. Look out, William Paul at 32. Green flag is out, and we're underway. William Paul into number 32, your leader, John User in 78, and Bruce Kirkendall into number 13. William Paul, your leader, into number 32. John User Jr. into number 78, trying to really big. So it will be the white flag this time by John User Jr. trying to rule it in. White flag up one more time around. William Paul. tonight at the Flat Rock Speedway. Don't